Hello everyone, Blue Star Saber here once again to do another Dead Rock chapter review, chapter 21, which is titled, of course, The Rule of Murmuring Death, in which this chapter is a follow-up from the last chapter in which Frey is declared the victor against Lozon, though seems to have taken very serious badly wounds, which some question whether or not she will be able to, actually fight in the next round, and Lozon, one of the four demon teachers, has vanquished basically. And then we end up catching up with Yahtzee Babu as he's infiltrated the school, killing a few delinquents that did not come to see the tournament, and masks himself and revealed to know Yakoto. And finally we got Yakoto preparing for his next match against the Class B student, Setsuna, who has got like the power of the nine-tailed fox. And it's revealed that she actually wants to kill God herself. And Yakoto is thinking about whether or not he can try and recruit her as an ally. At the moment, the biggest problem with that is he is in basically a death match. I should probably mention that Lucky Rave isn't here at the moment because I don't know when he's going to be joining again, but I figured I might as well review some of these chapters before they pile up. But yeah, so basically that's going on with let's see Dead Rock right now. But anyway, before we begin the next chapter, I'd like to show basically the hold on. Let's see, talk about the cover page spread, in which is of course just a panel of Ryzon holding onto the sash of his sword as he's walking through what appears to be a rumble. It's just a nice little image of Ryzon, not nothing too major really, but yeah, it's just basically what is just a cover story of one of the main characters. So yeah, not much to talk about here. So the chapter basically begins with Yakoto, let's see, with Hanin and Chakako wondering what they are talking about, but they can't really hear. With Yakoto asking Setsu-san her name, confirming it, and saying saying he has the same goal as him, came here to kill God, and thinks that, which surprises her, and he tries to persuade her that they shouldn't really be fighting each other, and that they can actually work together, but Setsuna, as we can see here from this image, is rather more interested in continuing their fight, if you will, not really caring that what Yakoto has to say, much to his surprise and Chaka's surprise, with her just thinking that he's got the wrong idea, causing a massive fire explosion, damaging Yakoto. As she says, she's going to kill, as her motivation is, I'm going to kill God and then become God, causing another explosion, damaging him, thinking that working together is thinking that that's ridiculous, saying there ain't but one God. With Yakoto trying to persuade her that they still have a shared goal, thinking he just has to kill God, he doesn't want to be God himself, saying that we both want to kill him, and it doesn't with her thinking that it sounds too good to be true. With her going on about all the powers God has, such as creating the earth, sea, and sky to pick who lives and who dies, asking if he isn't interested in having that kind of absolute power. But Yakoto is just pretty much straightforward and saying, my goal is revenge. As long as he can kill God, he doesn't care what happens afterwards. But she does not believe him. It continues to attack him, causing more fiery explosions. With Yakoto trying to say, why won't you understand? With Setsuna feeling that she doesn't really believe in nothing, and just one someone shouting, do it, see, never, as we then cut to sort of the demon world. Let's see, go to a flashback to the demon world of level 419, and a place called Foxhill, which I suppose would actually make a lot of sense, to be honest, since that well, she's she has a fox root, so yeah, makes sense that she'd have something like that. As we then get introduced to this childhood friend of hers, a character called Yuri, if you will, where she is explaining to Setsuna about some sort of like interesting trivia. For example, talking about how there used to be black dragons. Let's see, on level 664, well, Setsuna asking where the dragon's from. With him pointing out that with he or she, I don't know what the gender of Yuri is, with he or she saying they got wiped out ages ago, and saying there aren't none left, but with her then asking about Ice World, which is of course Hion's level. With him, let's see, Yuri explaining that's level 306. Let's see, saying Hion and Kuga, let's see, saying that someone called Hion, revealing that Hion and Kuga are famous there. With Setsuna telling Yuri that he or she, I'm going to assume, probably a she, I'm going to assume a she, so as she reveals that she seems to know everything. With Yuri just talking that she dislikes learning. And then telling her that, did you know there's a big old library at Deadrock, Cursed Velocity? With Setsuna saying that, let's see, she's never really heard of it, and let's see, with her then asking, wait, does that mean you're going to Deadrock? Which saying that, with Yuri saying, of course, it's the Holy Land of Learning. And also, with Setsuna pointing out, God's there, right? With Yuri saying, God's really something, so he can do anything. And he said, as Yuri talks about, he can even bring the dead folks back to life. Setsuna is amazed by this and wants to meet him. But Yuri says, you're going to come with with her to Deadrock, and she's like, yeah, it sounds like a plan, and they're saying that they can be together forever. And then sometime later, we get a flood in like the Fox Hill, with some of the residents panicking about how it's flooding, and everyone's getting to high ground. As we see Setsuna walking about, and then this woman that maybe, I guess, Yuri's mother or something, telling her that Yuri went to the river and she ain't been back since, as Setsuna tries to find her, only to find Yuri sort of flooding, with her calling out her name. Setsuna, let's see, with Yuri shouting Setsuna back, probably in a more of a struggling manner, because, well, Yuri's drowning, of course. And she declares she's going to save him, tying up a rope to her waist and to like a log so that she can jump in and save her. And she says, thank goodness that Yuri is safe. But Setsuna, Yuri ends up saying, are you stupid or what? With Setsuna says, I'll be anything for you, stupid included. She's about to try and tie the rope onto him, but Yuri grabs it in a rather, let's see, aggressive way, and then starts doing this very mean sort of face, calling her, are you stupid or what? And this sort of shocks Setsuna, with then going in a more terrible face with like, let's see, these sort of like black bulgy eyes, going like, you didn't calculate the speed of the river and the strength of the rope. Setsuna is confused with going like, Yuri, what? With him, like Yuri then let's see, pushing Setsuna away, saying that this is only going to save one of us. With her going like, Yuri, as let's see, she's just crying out Yuri's name a bit more, but as Yuri starts crying out how she doesn't want to die, as Setsuna just looks on and shocked with how Yuri's behaving. A log comes up, and hold on, let me just start sharing for a second, and ends up here we go, and whoops, share screen. Ends up killing Yuri in a rather, I guess, comedic but also same time Feels like a rather comedic and rather gruesome death here as the log smashes into the back of Yuri's head breaking the teeth, coughing out blood. Setsuna just currently cries on, pleading for Yuri, as it seems like Yuri's soul has disappeared. Some time seems to have passed and things have calmed down, with Setsuna talking about how Yuri is so kind. It was totally out of character for her to do something like that, so this confirms to me that, yeah, Yuri is a girl, so my mistake on, like, the whole he-she thing earlier. Thinking that something came out of Yuri's body and bet that was made her act weird. As she declares, wait for me, Yuri, declaring in a teary eye that she's going to become God so that she can get her back. As Setsuna declares that she's going to cut to the present, saying, I'm going to bring back my sweet Yuri back to life. With Yakuzu says, understood, thinking that he shall carry out her wishes, if you will. I don't know. As they continue their clash, if you will, and here we go. As they continue their clash and sort of like Yuri unleashing sort of the Black Dragon and Setsuna. Let's see, releasing her fiery powers in their fists. But she's confused by Setsuna's carry him out for me the decoration as Yakuto brings out his white dragon power, saying he will carry out all your feelings and sorrows with me and take down God as she is just shocked by his decoration we've got Blaze Hopper saying hi as I'm about to share it's a double panel spread of Yakuto winning with doing his like dragon claw attack, taking out Setsuna, knocking her down as he declares, leave the rest to me, as well. She falls to the ground. Still conscious, as the announcer says, and the winner is Yakuto of Class 1 YF. You've got Hanin and Chakoto shouting yes, celebrating. However, God is interrupts by pointing out that, well, basically, the fight is not over yet, and that demands that Yakuto finish it off Setsuna as she is still breathing. As he says, this is a death match. As we've got Blaze Hopper just saying, just me here, saying, yeah, I don't know anything about this manga. Okay, well, just to give you a heads up, Blaze Hopper, this is the latest manga by Hiro Mashima, the creator of Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero. This is like his more monthly manga series called Dead Rock, which is a school of demons of students that are training to become like demon kings or stuff, if you will, after they graduate. But it's got like arguably it's a sort of Hiro Mashima fantasy series, but a bit more, I guess, darker and mature, if you will, as Hiro Mashima does not really hold back in the series when it comes to, deaths, let's just say the least. So you're probably going to get spoiled a bit from this chapter since you have not watched read the first chapter, but you feel free to stay if you want to hear the views on this. With Blaze Hopper says, the only thing I recognize was Fairy Tail, and I hate that series. Okay, we've got a Fairy Tail hater, fair enough. Well, think of the, as far as I can say, the only thing that's, you could argue that is similar to Fairy Tail with Dead Rock and Fairy Tail is more of the art style. Everything else is, and maybe a few sort of character designs, but arguably tone and structure, I'd say Dead Rock is very different in some regards. There might be some similar themes, but for the most part, Dead Rock is Very different. Anyway, but yeah, God is demanding death. Yokota is a bit shocked by this. Setsuna is hearing this out. Everyone else is shocked, as we can see, but Yokota says that he's just going to withdraw from the tournament as he can't really go through with it. With God declaring that's against the rules, saying if you break the rules, he'll punish all of Class 1F. Yokota is not happy with this, and we've got more comments from Blaze Hopper saying, the only thing I recognized was and here it is, the one here saying, please tell me there's no OP power friendship moments here. As far as I can tell, no, there is no power friendship moments in Dead Rock so far, to be honest. So, as far as I can tell, it's your at best you get your standard shonen power-ups. Let's see. But yeah, for most part, I don't think you get your sort of your standard shonen power-ups. And there may be just one moment or two, but it's nothing like on the scale of Fairy Tail, really. But yeah. And then he's gonna like them with goods, but yeah. So anyway, let's see. As Yokota is just reluctant to do so, but Setsuna just tells Yokota to just kill her, and thinking that saying that she heard how he killed his teacher on the first day of school, but surprised that Yokota's a bit kind and unexpected. Let's see, with God saying do it, but Yokota still reluctant to do it, as he's just still shaking. With Setsuna says, you handle the rest. But before Yokota can, we see whether or not Yokota would do this sort of do the finishing blow. We've got, let's see, basically, let me just let's see, call this character's name. Oh yeah, I think it's what was it? Oh yes, I should probably I think no, was it? Oh yeah, EG. It's the EG brutally killing her, showing up to the battlefield, shocking Yokota, and stabbing her in the chest, if you will. As you can see her blood coming out, pouring as she's coughing her final breath, if you will, shocking Yokota, Hani, Chakako as Setsuna dies, with Yuji saying, as long as she's dead, there's no problem, right? Declaring that to the principal. God is basically out, and we've got Blaze Hopper going dang, as you can probably see that let's see, F in the chat. So as Blaze Hopper can see let's see that Dead Rock is not going to see like your standard Fairy Tail series by Hiro Mashima. With EG declaring, I'm up against Yokota next, let's go. With God says, for pity's sake, doesn't anyone understand the rules? Saying that he's fighting Frey next. With the audience then thinking about how, as we got like the scoreboard of like showing like the next match of the rounds of that so far showing up with EG versus Frey next, but you got members of the audience saying she can't even move, and things like, I'm just going to win anyway. Let's see. I think Yuji says she can't even move. I'm just going to win anyway. But Blaze Hopper says, I'm only here. Let's see. Am I anyone here? So F. Well, you've got someone else watching in from what I can tell from the top, but you're the only one that's commenting. But EG is just a bit unhappy as God declares, these are fights to the death. You can't win until your opponent is dead. Yokota tries to protest that, saying that Frey has no shape to fight, with Chaco going like, you're trying to kill her. But Frey ends up, hold on, let me just stop sharing the screen for a second. And here we go. But let me just share this. Share screen. But Frey is revealed to that she is still basically somewhat recovered, bit scarred and bruised, as we can see. Got like one of her arms reattached, declaring that she is, ready to fight, as she's prepared to fight her opponent, ending the chapter. So my overall thoughts. So basically, this chapter and this fight between Yakuko and Setsuna basically ended in one chapter, which I suppose is to be expected because this is not like the main Yokoto's full-on main fight, but nevertheless, it was a bit of a decent fight. I do like how, well, basically, with Blaze Hopper going like, dang, they draw her. Okay, fair enough. Are you talking about all the wounds that she's endured? Or are you talking about the standard Hiro Mashima body type for Frey? I'm assuming you're at least talking about all the, but I'm assuming you're at least the former, at least. But yeah. Anyway, I do like how basically for let's see, I'm going to stop sharing screen now. I do like how you basically got like Yokoto trying to recruit her, but she's just not buying any of it. Granted, I will admit that one panel in which she attacks him does feel like Hiro Mashima is trying to do a bit of fan service with the leggings, but that's just, let's see, Hiro Mashima, if you will, with his sort of art style. But yeah, I do like how despite Yakuko's attempts, she just wants to fight him, thinking that this Setsi, he's being a bit suspicious because, well, she wants to be a... With Blaze Hopper saying, manga artists are like that, we should accept it at this point. Arguably, yes and no. Yes and no, I guess. I mean, arguably it's a thing that you're going to see in manga, but I do think there are certain times when I feel like fan service is unnecessary or just like too in your face, or depending on like, I'd rather not see this character in a fan service position. But I think you can make those criticisms, but yeah, they could be nitpicked, but that's just basically it. But anyway, I do like how Setsuna is basically just determined to like, let's see, she's trying to like, just wants to become God, not just kill him. So, and she has a goal for that. Yokoto of course, I do like how Yokoto tries to persuade that she just wants revenge. He doesn't want to become God. She can become God for he cares. But, of course, she doesn't buy it. And I do like how we learn from her background that the reason why she wants to become God is the fact that she had this friend called Yuri who was quite knowledgeable and like always got information. They wanted to go to Dead Rock together, but due to like a tragedy of like she got killed in a terrible sort of rainstorm, if you weren't caught in the water. But the sort of but with the shocking twist of her saying something really nasty to like Setsuna, calling her an idiot and stuff. Let's see, to Setsuna, it just felt so out of character. Let's see, with the way Yuri was just doing that sort of let's see, face, if you will, of just saying, "Are you stupid or what?" You know, actually, I'm just going to actually show it again so people understand. For those who are, let's see, so some of the manga artists, so some of the people can understand what I am saying here. Let me just share. Anyway, yeah, as we can see, Heroes does like drawing, but let's see the female body proportions as we see. But yeah, this friend Yuri, who suddenly end up becoming a lot more nastier, if you will, and then had like this brutal death. But Setsuna's goal is basically to bring back Yuri and try and, let's see, get her old friend back, thinking that something sort of possessed her and she wasn't behaving as herself. Granted, whether or not this is the case or not, this is just the goal that drives Setsuna. For we know, the dark twist, the dark thing that she may never actually contemplate is that her friend Yuri has always had this nasty side all along and does think that Setsuna's a bit of an idiot. But of course, Setsuna just wants to believe the best in her friend and comes to like to let's see, and tries and bring her back. And we've got Blaze Hopper says, so many cat girls. This writer really likes cats, huh? Well, I would say these aren't really cat girls. I think these are more fox girls because Setsuna's got the power of a nine-tailed fox, or the root, if you will. Going like, with Blaze Hopper saying, even in Fairy Tail we had cats as friends. Yes, arguably so, but But in this realm of Dead Rock, we've got like foxes. But I do like how we've got like a character like Yuri who's quite knowledgeable, doing a lot of trivia that, for those who follow Dead Rock, will know, like pointing out like Yokoto's home, let's see, world, as well as the now deceased character Hien and Kuga that are from for a couple of chapters back. So I do like seeing this character, but arguably the sort of twist with this face is a bit surprising. Granted, I will admit, let's see, while the death is a little bit tragic, it is kind of comedic with the way Hiro has drawn it here. But anyway, I do like how Yokoto is just determined to like regardless of like let's see, understands where Setsuna's going, but is determined to win and does eventually resolve to like carry all those sorrows and feelings with him and take God down with them, and it's just Ritzy won't hesitate to defeat her opponent. But I do like the surprise Ritzy thing of like everyone thinking that okay, the fight's over, but God reminding everyone, nope, you've got to kill. This is a fight to the death. This tournament is you win or you die. With Blaze Hopper saying, I mean, if they were fox girls, then they should have pointier ears and the fluff in the ears. To be fair, I might just be the way I have Ritzy sort of what sort of cropped the images that I'm sharing, but trust me, Setsuna is a fox girl. Her powers are with the nine tails. Hold on, let me just get one of the images. So as you can see here there are multiple tails, and which is like, basically nine tails demon fox basically. So you've got that. See the pointy fox ears here. So that's basically what you've got here. But I like the fact that God wants like Ritzy threatens Yokota to do it. Yokota doesn't really want to kill an opponent that is already beaten, really, and also one that he really wants to try and get as an ally to take down God. But I do like how Setsuna is like just saying it's okay to do so. And granted, we never know if Yokota was actually going to do it. I think he might have done it in the end, but it was really like an interesting test of the character. But at the moment, Yuji just comes in and just brutally murders her, which is basically expected because he wants to fight Yokota. It's like his fight, as he regards it as his final opponent. But I do like how God just pretty much accepts that, okay, as long as the person is dead, he'll carry on the fight. So, let's see. And but it does remind Yuji that he still has an opponent left to fight. With Blaze Hopper saying, why are we talking about furries? Damn it, fairy tale writer, you made us look bad. Technically, I'm not sure if this let's see, do humans with humanoid animal features count as furies? I'm not sure, but well, to be fair, it's just some of these opponents that are so far. Let's see, I guess some of these characters do have, I guess, some animal features, but I'm not sure if this counts as furries, but who knows. But I'm not really gonna. Oh, we have two people in the chat. Fair enough. But anyway, I do like how God is just like other guy talk. I think it's just someone that just wants to watch. But let's see, nevertheless, your commentary gladly accepted. Anyway, God ends up just saying that Frey needs to fight first. I do like how you got members of Class 1F protesting, let's see, that she's too injured to fight and can't really do it. But of course, God doesn't care and even threatened to punish them if Yokota didn't kill Setsuna. But I do like how, because many of us were wondering, like, me and my friend Lucky Wave were wondering, like, is Frey going to be getting the injuries she sustained in the last battle? Is she able to fight? Because at this point, it feels like she's going to end up, if she does fight, she's going to end up getting killed by Yuji to like carry a bit of motivation for her for like Yokota to get mad and try and kill Yuji for killing, one of his fellow classmates. So, but But I like that Freya's just confident and ready to go, even though she's battered and bruised. She's ready to fight. Granted, I don't think she's going to win. I actually think she's going to die, which arguably, let's see, me and Lucky regard Freya as like sort of the main girl for Heroes Deadrock, but who knows? It's very possible that he will actually kill her off for good, because let's see, as God has pretty much said, only one person can live at the end of this tournament. So yeah, at the very least, her fight should at least last, let's see, 1 or 2 chapters. So now, granted, I believe the next chapter is out, but I'm going to review that separately. But yeah, I do like how let's see, you see, you got like Freya's not fully healed from like a last fight and is now ready to fight. So yeah. Overall, I give it this chapter a sort of 9 out of 10. I think it did a very good job of a 9 out of 10 of doing a very good job of getting Yokota trying to recruit Setsuna, but she was just like not buying it. We're learning about her motivations of having this childhood friend that died, but seemingly ended up acting nasty to her. But she thinks some sort of thing was possessing her as it left her body as she died, thinking that let's see, if she becomes God, she can bring back Yuri. Never really contemplating whether or not Yuri actually thinks that she's an idiot, or maybe this is a side she didn't know. But Yokota, regardless of Setsuna's motivations, is determined to win, defeats her, is a bit reluctant to kill her, and God demands it. But then, of course, you got Yuji coming in, and then, of course, Frey coming ready to fight. The only really minor complaints you can have is maybe certain panel shots of Hiro Mashima's drawing, but that's just nitpicks. So overall, 9 out of 10 chapter. I really enjoyed it. Blaze Hopper, thank you for your comments. Let's see. Hope you liked what I had to say. And even though I know you're a bit of a Fairy Tail hater from your comments, I do hope that at the very least you're willing to give maybe Deadrock a chance. There's at least 22 chapters out. It's a monthly manga, so who knows? We'll have to see if you end up looking at any more. But I don't know. I guess it depends if this manga's too furry for you. But overall, yeah, I had a good time reviewing, and let's see, with Blaze Hopper saying I'm happy to be here. So yeah, and with that note, I will now sign off. Thank you everyone, and goodbye for now. See you next time.